Hello everyone, I am happy to present to you today a 20-minute presentation on discovering nonlinear dynamics by simultaneous Lagrangian and Newtonian identification for implicit and explicit sparse identification. I will explain this long title shortly, but first let's review the table of contents. After a short opening, I will detail what SINDy is and explain the different SINDy variants. Secondly, I will dive into the SINDy formulation used in our lab and introduce my main contribution. Before concluding, we will study the results from both simulation and real system. And finally, I will wrap up with a discussion and a conclusion. This research focuses on system identification. When we talk about system identification, we usually have two categories: white box and black box identification. Even though the results of both methods is a system that can take an input and produces an output, the internal working are very different. As you can see, white box systems are defined by a few governing equations. Conversely, black box systems are represented by many equations. A great example of black box system is a neural networks, where many different equations, one per neuron, define the system. What are the pros and the cons of each? Regarding black box system, they scale to complex system and require no expert knowledge, meaning you can use the same topology for many different systems. The main drawback are that they are not physically interpretable, require large amounts of data, and generalize poorly. This means if you train on a specific area of the system's landscape, it often fails to predict behavior in area outside of the training data. Regarding white box systems, they are physically interpretable, allowing the use of mathematical and physical tools to study the equations. They generalize well and require less data. The main drawbacks are that the performance relies heavily on expert knowledge. The more you know about the systems, the better the identification, and they are difficult to model for very complex systems. What is my goal in using SINDy? We aim for the first time to use SINDy on real mechanical systems. Existing methods do not provide compact enough catalogs. The latest addition to our lab's works utilized compact catalogs but lost noise resilience. Furthermore, no method exists that can work with mixed under-actuated systems. So, what is SINDy? SINDy stands for Sparse Identification of Nonlinear Dynamics. For the moment, let's focus on identification of nonlinear dynamics. We will use the example of a single pendulum. Our single pendulum is defined by its equation of motion, represented by Newton's second law. Specifically, acceleration plus j over L sin position equals 0. To identify our system and retrieve its equation from data, let's perturb the pendulum. And we will try to record the data over time. When dealing with system identification algorithm, we need every observable variable available, such as position, velocity, and acceleration. Now that we have training data, how do we retrieve the system dynamics? Looking at Newton's equation, the dynamics lies inside the sum of the forces. SINDy identifies this term and provides a set of equations interpretable in this form. Ultimately, SINDy generates a system from data, outputting a model where inputting position and velocity predicts the acceleration. Why do we say that SINDy is sparse? SINDy is sparse due to two mechanisms. First, SINDy searches for dynamic within a catalog of candidate functions. In our example, we constrain SINDy to search within 4 functions: sin of the position, cos of the position, velocity, and velocity squared. We feed our training data into this function catalog to identify the function belonging to our system. We solve this equation. As you may recognize, this is a simple linear equation that we can reformulate as the SINDy linear system. Now we are going to use the second sparse mechanism, the regression itself. Instead of a classical linear regression, we use a sparse algorithm such as lasso, proximal gradient, or sequential R thresholding. Hopefully, our algorithm finds a solution with the most zeros, in our case returning only our J/L coefficients. I will quickly review the different SINDy types. The classical version, shown here, was developed by Brunton's team to identify a system given some prior knowledge, such as external forces or known internal dynamics. But now, what happens when we try to identify an implicit system without prior knowledge? This becomes a null space optimization. This is mathematically difficult because regression algorithms tend to converge to a trivial solution where all coefficients are zero. Therefore, we must pick one function in our catalog and arbitrarily assign it as pre-knowledge. But what if this function doesn't actually belong to our system? We could run every possibility sequentially, but that would be extremely slow. To solve this, Kahneman from Brunton's team identified the following underlying constraint linear system. This is the SINDy parallel implicit formulation, SINDy-PI. Like classical SINDy, we use a sparse linear solver that handles constraints on the diagonal, such as Clarabelle solver. Now, how do we reconstruct a single solution? We are going to analyze every column and select the sparsest one. As you can see, we find two linearly dependent columns that constitute our solution. So what are the limitations of the current SINDy method? In mechanical system identification using Newton paradigm, we have one equation per coordinate. How does this translate to our SINDy matrix? Let's say we identify from four basis functions: sin of the position, cos of the position, acceleration, and velocity. We get each term for each coordinate. Usually in SINDy, we multiply these terms with each other to create a more complete catalog. In this case, we get 36 basis terms. However, since we are solving two equations for two coordinates, we artificially duplicate these terms, leading to a matrix that is 72 terms wide. This catalog complexity is the main bottleneck of SINDy method. To tackle this, previous works in our lab proposed using the Lagrangian. What is the Lagrangian? The Lagrangian is a unique scalar equation that defines a conservative system, defined as kinetic energy minus potential energy. Thanks to the Euler-Lagrange equations, we can translate this back to the Newton space. In summary, the Lagrangian projects the Newton space into a more restrictive space containing only conservative dynamics. These two words communicate via the Euler-Lagrange equation. We can apply this theory to SINDy. Let's say we want to discover the Lagrangian instead of Newton equation. During matrix creation, we use Euler-Lagrange to translate our Lagrangian candidates into a matrix that lives in the real Newtonian world. We have now created the XL SINDy matrix, which is 2 times more compact. It is also constrained by the Euler-Lagrange equations, providing a second mechanism for compactness. With the basic of SINDy covered, we can dive into my first contribution. How can we identify a system with friction while maintaining the compactness of XL SINDy? By reformulating XL SINDy into a coherent classical SINDy matrix, I merge the XL SINDy matrix, identifying intrinsic dynamics, with the Newton part, focusing only on damping function. This is the new unified Lagrange-Newton SINDy matrix. These concepts can theoretically apply to any two paradigms that communicate via a law analogous to Euler-Lagrange. There was a second major issue to tackle: retrieving systems with mixed implicit and explicit inputs. This covers all under-actuated robots, for example a robot with one motor and one passive joint. I developed an algorithm to get the best of SINDy and SINDy-PI for this mixed case. Step 1. Analyze where external forces or pre-knowledge exist. Step 2. Analyze which functions from the catalog are present in these external forces. We must be careful about the extent of this function on other coordinates. Step 3. Extend to all functions activated by this new coordinate. If this function activates other coordinates, we recursively search for all affective coordinates. Now, step 4, identify explicit dynamics using SINDy. And step 5, use SINDy-PI on all coordinates that are not part of the explicit solution. Finally, as a post-process, we merge the different solutions into one unique system. So now it's time to analyze this new method experimentally. First, we analyze results on 3 simulated systems in the MuJoCo physical simulator: a double pendulum, a card pole, and a double pendulum on a card pole. We created subsystems by varying the joint damping. To create training data, we first generated semi-random input forces applied to specific joints to imitate explicit, implicit, and mixed behaviors. In this example, forces are generated on coordinates 0 and 1. We feed these forces into MuJoCo to gather training data. With this data, we identify systems using standard SINDy, XL SINDy, and Unified SINDy. We then generate a validation trajectory in MuJoCo to analyze the performance on the different algorithms. In this first example, the card pole with no damping and fully explicit forces, you can see the 15 training batches and the results. While all the methods retrieved a system, Unified SINDy performed the best. Specifically, if we look at the model retrieved by Unified SINDy, it matches the ideal model quite closely. For a second example, we used a more challenging double pendulum on card pole with mixed input forces on the second coordinate. Here, only Unified SINDy converged with low error. Looking at the model, SINDy correctly identified the right functions from an initial catalog of 292 functions. Now, let's summarize multiple results. In this aggregated result of 5 experiments on the no-damping explicit forces dataset, Unified SINDy is on par with XL SINDy. If we break this down by system, identification worked well on the card pole and double pendulum. On the most challenging dataset, damping plus mixed forces, 75 experiments in total, Unified SINDy performed significantly better than previous methods, due to its ability to retrieve mixed dynamics. By analyzing each system, we see that Unified SINDy was the only algorithm capable of retrieving dynamics on the complex double pendulum on card pole systems. Now, we will analyze results on a real passive system. We gather the training data on a small double pendulum. This is the full training set. We use a camera at 120 frames per second with bright lighting to capture the pendulum without any motion blur. This system is quite challenging because the short arm lengths result in high velocity. Similar to the simulation, we gather the validation trajectory and run a 1-second prediction with the identified model. As you can see in this prediction, played at 1/7 the speed, the SINDy model correctly predicts the movement of real pendulum using only the initial conditions. We show a second, less challenging experiment. It is worth noting that by analyzing the white box system generated by SINDy, the model roughly describes a double pendulum with a 5.5 cm arm, whereas the real system has a 5 cm arm. Before concluding, let's discuss this research. The main advantages: we maintain compact catalog, achieve a better discovery rate, handle more complex systems, and have released an easy-to-use library. Concerning the drawbacks, the implementation is more complex, so we advise using our library. We are still limited by the chosen catalog functions, and further state-of-the-art additions are not yet included, such as Ensemble SINDy. Concerning the future work in the lab, It will focus on extending the method to more complex systems by implementing the latest additions to classical SINDy, improving catalog function selection, and extending our work to real-world applications with real mixed systems. In conclusion, Unified SINDy enables the use of more compact catalogs, preserves the advantages of both Newton and Lagrange formulations, and opens the door to complex system identification, including real-world mixed implicit and explicit systems. You can find more resources at the following link. The main library is here. The presentation code made with MANIM, experiment data, and batch generation code are in another repository. And finally, an experiment visualization website alongside the master's thesis and interactive slide can be found at the third link. Thank you for listening. I will answer any question asked in the comment section, so feel free to ask me anything.